I mean, I've got these notes, right? So
Yeah, better late than never.
yeah. Okay, so 7 nominations. Yeah, and I think I'll have to look through and see which categories they're each in. But it seems like we have a good like
Yeah, I had a
split
count
between
before adding the other one. It was 4 for the history makers, I believe, and then 2 preservation excellence. I might have that backwards, but I'll do a recount now that we have the 7.
yeah, and some of these could go one way or the other. Like, is the Native Youth Center, for example, could be considered a program, like an organization, an entity, right? But it could also be considered kind of a project. So it might be that
Okay.
the jury can spread the award awarding even more if they want to shuffle
Cool.
categories. But great. Okay, so we have 7 nominations. That's awesome. All of these are no longer relevant. These notes, these old notes. And then, so whatever, next steps. Okay. So next steps, the jury is convening Thursday, July 7th. Is that right? That's 6th. It's Thursday. Is it the 6th or the 7th? No, I don't know. July. Looking at the calendar. Thursday is the 6th. Thursday, July 6th at 3 to 5 p.m. 6, 3 to 5 p.m.
Jenna, is that going to be in your office again or at City Hall, or is that something we still have to figure out?
Default is my office unless we decide we want it somewhere else, basically. So my office is totally available. It's easy. But if we prefer another location, we definitely can. You know, City Hall is also more official, so we can have it. Is it my office?
Yeah, I was gonna say your office is more fun.
Happy hour convening, yeah. So I haven't reached back out to the mayor yet about whether he wants to zoom in to this or not. Sort of as just a fly on the wall. I think we previously discussed that that would be nice, just so that he is tuned into the discussion that happens around each of the nominations. So I'll just reach back out to him and just tell him the date. And Tom, if I send him a Zoom link, do we need to, would it need to be like an official city Zoom link? Last year, this was not a recorded public meeting.
Yeah, right, because it's kind of like the action of it, right? So there wouldn't need to be anything recorded for it, I would think. No, I don't think it would need to be a official city Zoom.
Okay, because then I can just send him my own. I can send him a Zoom
Yeah.
link because
right.
Otherwise, I need to coordinate a Zoom link through you and make sure that however we would log into it and everything would happen, you know, the way that it needs to. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the big thing now moving forward is we need to actually do the evaluation criteria. So I think Stacey, you're going out of town too, right? So this was going to be something I just needed to crush out basically, and then
yeah, unless you want to work on it. Like, I'm not working, but I'm in town on the 3rd, So if we wanted to like do a work party or something, I could do that too. I don't know if you're working or if you just want to take a stab at it on your own or.
I assume that you are probably busy getting ready to leave and being gone, and that it would probably be most helpful if I just took a stab at it.
I'm actually gone right now. I'm at the Brasada Ranch, but
All right. Well, I definitely am not going to make you wrestle through this while you're gone. So I will take a stab at it, and then maybe that's something without whatever failing the public process. Tom, you could send out to all of us, and that people could send in proposed red lines to you, and you could redistribute back to me or something.
Okay.
And then if we want to try to meet, we can, but if we can just do it by email, that seems the easiest, as long as we actually do it.
Yeah, I'll be out
yeah,
through
you're
the
out for that.
5th. Yeah, I have my family coming in on Friday. I'll be out through the 5th, but I'll be back 6th and 7th. And then if it matters, I'm out the following week and I'll be back that Friday as well.
Well, it may be just that there is, this is where the rules, I'm not sure 100% how they apply to this type of situation about the public meeting process stuff. Like, if we have this working document, can I just send it to Stacy and she could edit it? You know, or does it need to go through you? It's only 2 of us. It's not really any decision making other than, you know, wordsmithing.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll just handle it on our own then, so that we're not trying to play a game of telephone with it.
Okay.
And if we need to have it sort of more formally sent out to, I don't know, either the whole subcommittee or even, I don't know, the Historic Commission and the Museum Committee or something, we could do that, but maybe we can sort of in pairs, you know, do some of the red lining editing and then send it out to the whole group for just sort of final file through you.
Okay.
Okay. It's very slow. I don't know. I don't type this slowly. Okay. Okay, so now that we don't really need to do any press releases probably until we're getting ready to actually start promoting the awards event. So I think we're good for now on that. Like outward communication, right? And then I need to now get in touch with the casting people and just get them lined up to do this. Get in their queue basically for after the 7th, which should be fine. It's a 4 to 5 week lead time, so should be no problem. And then I guess reaching out to photographers is another thing. So that can also move a little down the line. We don't really need that lined up till the event. So, all right. What am I forgetting? Our next meeting is probably the jury convening on July 6th. Convening. And then after that, we'll figure out if there's other stuff we need to do. But we'll probably have a little bit of a pause before we have to scramble to get the rest of it ready. So,
That looks good. We do have our historic commission meeting tomorrow, so we can just fill in all the other commissioners on the award stuff, and yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. Alright. Well, I'm sure we have other things we could do, but I just got back into town after being out for a week and a half, so this is my first day back in the office, and my head is not back in this totally yet, and you know, y'all are about to go out of town or are out of town, so no need to belabor it. But, like, is there anything else we want to talk about, or I'll say my homework is to get that draft of those guidelines done, and I also need to obviously email the and put together an email for the jurors, kind of with the outline of this, all the next steps, the meeting time and date, location, and then most importantly, the packets, these nomination packets. So I think we need to be able to put them somewhere. So I don't know, Tom, if you have a Dropbox folder or something, or we can put them in a shared folder somewhere that we can send a link to all of the jurors. It would be, I'm gonna basically in the email to them, ask them to, before the convening, have looked at all of the material. You know, they don't necessarily need to score anything. I feel like that's part of the discussion, but having taken a first look through all of the material would be helpful. I've made the convening a 2-hour long session. I don't know if it'll take that long. I feel like it might take longer if nobody's looked at any of the materials. So if they can preview it first, come there, have a meaningful discussion about it, do the scoring, you know, that feels efficient. So putting it somewhere that it's available is kind of the first step to that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll start looking into that and get it lined up, get everything posted.
Okay, and where do you think that'll end up then?
So we mainly use SharePoint, but that will likely be problematic for outside users. So I'm leaning towards Dropbox right now.
Okay, yeah, I have,
Yeah.
I mean, I have an unlimited Dropbox account, like, I can certainly help you
Perfect.
too, but I don't know if it wants to come from a city hosted place or if it's,
You know, I don't think we have a city account for Dropbox. Everyone I've spoken to about it so far, they just kind of use their own.
Okay.
Um,
so
so
probably
I
send
will
them all
find
to-
out. We have a current planning meeting today. I'll talk to Mark about it to see if he's got a preference or if we can just use yours since you have unlimited. So yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna end up probably downloading them all anyways myself into my folder so that I can look at them, so.
Perfect. Yeah,
easy
yeah.
enough to share with.
I'll get an answer on that today, and then we can touch base tomorrow at the historic
Okay, sounds good.
historic commission meeting. Yeah,
Perfect.
cool.
All right. Well, thanks. Have a good trip, Stacy.
Thanks. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.